I'm so sorry. What are you doing in here? I was just getting ready for, a few hours of solitude away from my children. If only that damn machine was you probably do not recognize me, as this is usually Shay's channel. I'm Caliope, Queen Caliope of the Lovelaces. And, Shay is having me channel sit, I believe was what they called it. Anyway, I figured today we would try some tea. And don't worry, I have a palate cleanser. Lovely. And if you do not hear the beeping in the background, that is the water machine telling me that there is water. So, let us begin with fruit tea samplers. I believe this one we are trying the blueberry. How delightful. I'll be right back with some water. Alright, hot water is here. Now, I do not believe I've mentioned I'm only drinking not a lot of this tea, because there is a lot of tea in front of me. Oh. It appears my daughter got into the damn tea. Alara! Stop getting into my tea! Jeez, crackers. Alright, so I suppose... What else do we have? We are going to do this one. Black cherry berry. Interesting enough. And oh yay, it's caffeine free. Just what I need. In it goes. And I got some on the floor. Lady must always be elegant in picking up tea. Oh, that is a strong smell. I forgot a spoon. I'll be right back while I acquire myself a utensil to fish this out. I'm also house-sitting for Shay, as they had to go deal with something, I don't know, something about demons. This tea looks like the exact color of my palate cleanser. Intriguing. And it smells like stuff the apothecary would use. Well, it's brewed long enough. Cheers. It's a bit hot. Oh, that is a very strong cherry flavor. And quite hot. I don't taste any of the black cherry. I just taste cherry and the stuff the apothecary gives me when I'm sick. Goodness. And this is probably going to go at the bottom. I am ranking them. Least favorite to most favorite. This one is not my favorite. Anyway, on to the next tea. Right. Got the water, need another sip of the dang palate cleanser because that cherry did not taste good. That is some good stuff. Alright, and I feel like we should try one of these packets down here. I'm thinking... Wow, these are a lot of holiday flavors. It's fall. Let's do... Holiday Blend. Don't know what holiday they would be celebrating with tea, unless it's in, what is it, England? I don't know, that's a bit far from where I am. Sniff test. Ooh, that smells quite pleasant. I myself am a more herbally tea fan, so let's see. Ah. Does not tell me what actual flavor this tea is. Lovely. Let's wait for that to steep. So, how did you sneak past, like, anyone in this house? Not much of Taka. Well, I suppose I can't complain. My husband is somewhere around here, probably entertaining his son. You know, it's glad I'm queen and not my father. Terrible man killed my mother. Never mind that. How's your day? You look lovely today, darling. If you do not know, I am only filling this about halfway, little less, only enough to cover the surface and get enough water for actual tea. Speaking of actual tea, our tea is done. The good news is I do not taste cherry anymore. The bad news is I'm about to taste probably whatever this is. Holiday blend. I do not taste anything. This tea is mildly flavorless, which I suppose is good, but also not, as I do not taste anything. I would probably rank this better than the cherry. Slightly. Only slightly. That is not the flavor I just did. That is the chai Caliope. Well, on to the next one. I think let's do a loose leaf tea. Rubios fruit tea. Another fruit tea. I'll grab my thing while I'm at it, because I do not think that comes in bags. Alright, so I'm back, I've got the water. I realized that we did not need this. And it is in fact tiny tea bags. In it goes. Lovely. Shay has the good stuff. Makes me a little more sane inside. Not that I ever was. So again, how did you get in here? Because I feel like I should report this break-in, but Shay says you've been kind of stalking them, and I'm just looking out for a friend. Who are you exactly? And you've been stalking my friend. I, again, don't like that. And how would you, I feel like I should report this, but Shay does not keep guards. My children just went outside for once in their lives. Actually, Cypress goes outside to see his boyfriend, but oh well. Not that I'm complaining about that. I probably would have married a woman if I did not marry my husband. Because men, at least most men, are not good. No offense to anyone in particular. And the tea is done. One more time. Rubios fruit tea. Cheers. Holy moly, that is some hot water. You've been steeping for like 5 minutes. What's weird is that this says it's a fruit tea. I don't know if I can still only taste the holiday blend, Or what? Because that does not taste like fruit tea. It tastes like herbal tea. And to prove it to you that this is not herbal tea, I shall come around our dining table and show you. It says fruit tea. There's a little cat on it. Adorable. I'm gonna try one more sip after I just drink some of my palate cleanser. It does not taste like fruit. At all. Tastes very much sort of like the holiday. Bland. But it's better than that cherry. That cherry was terrible, holy moly. In Dial's name. Alright. On to, I feel like herbal tea. Let's do, which ones? We're not doing sleepy time as it is not night. As you can see at the window over there. Lemon Zinger. Sounds tangy. If I can find it, that would be lovely. It appears I cannot find it. I believe the next best thing. Hang on, let me check this one because sometimes people like to switch the teas. No. No switched teas. So instead we will do honey vanilla chamomile. As soon as I get more water. And throw this away. Alright. It's amazing what they have in this day and age. I just zipped me over here. Microwaves. Incredible. Now, let's try. Ooh, this smells delightful. It's about the size it is. All of these apparently are in tea bags. In it goes. A sip of my palate cleanser. Also known as the adult juice. My children are allowed to have it. Especially because one of them is 8. So, how's your day been? Mine's been eventful. Now wrangling my children and my husband. Ruling a kingdom occasionally. Watching over this house, which is a lovely home. But still very interesting. I do believe I saw some cats running around. I don't see any at the moment. Not gonna question you on how you got in here anymore at this point. I feel like you're not going to answer. So, alright, our tea is almost done. Just gonna squeeze out any remaining juices. Alright. Again, honey vanilla caramel. The good news is, it does not smell like that fake vanilla stuff they have nowadays. The good news is, it smells like honey. I love honey. Bottoms up. Now that is delightful. Quite enjoyable. So let me grab this, move it closer. Quite nice. Ooh, very warming. Alright, so I'm going to scooch this so it's a little off camera for you. I apologize about that, but I needed more room. As this lazy Susan, I believe it is in the way. Love the dragon. Let's do another berry. Blackberry sage. From the Republic of Tea. course, London. I have a good friend who ruled over there a few years ago. Shame she died. Anyway, you can go fill this like this. And we have some more brewing, or some more heating, boiling, I don't know at this point. Because we were almost out of water. Those things do not hold enough for a proper lady to drink her tea. How do we open this? There's a tab. There's a tab, Caliope. Of course there's a tab. There's always a tab. Anyway. Whew. That was potent. Blackberry sage. In you go. Just realized I'm wearing the same colored gown as my drink. Intriguing. We have a lovely array of colors on a little napkin over here from our other ones that all have been yellow, except for the cherry one. I'm pretty sure it had chemicals in it. I'm now worried for my health. Tea is almost done and it's another boring yellow tea. I was hoping it would be blue, as the packaging assumed it would be blue. Anyways, let's fish that out. Little hack, I believe it's called, for you tea drinkers out there. If you push the tea bag against the side, it'll squeeze out any of the juices that are still in it. Anyway, blackberry sage. That does not taste like blackberries, nor sage. I am worried. Again. Okay, we have some readjusting in our rankings. Herbal tea sampler in the honey vanilla. That one, that one, that one. The blueberry sage has failed me. Not more than the cherry did. The cherry was terrible. I suppose let's do our peppermint bark. And it's another caffeine-free one. Lovely. I'll be right back after I get more hot water. Ah, speaking of the water, it's done. I'll return shortly. Dang machine almost spilled hot, boiling water on my gown. Can you believe it? Apparently, I need those little round C things because this and another tab one that I did not find. Oh, it smells exactly like peppermint bark. In we go. So like I said, 3 children, lovely, adorable, don't get me wrong, but they are chaotic, and I needed a break. And tea is the perfect break, in my opinion. Of course, I would have invited Valen to join me, but he's camera shy, so he helps in the background, warming up the water, stuff like that. Also providing me more wine when needed. I have to ask Shay where she gets that. That is adorable. Delicious. The tea is almost done. It just needs pressing. It's very hard when the only mug that Shay had was one with a frog in the bottom of the cup. Not an actual one, no, it's ceramic. Should have asked Kyora to do this with me. I bet she would loved to do this. Probably hanging out with her daughter and my daughter. Shame. Cypress does not like me. Apparently I'm too overbearing for him. Sometimes you need to be strict with your children. Other times you can be more lenient. I'm usually more strict with him as he's a troublemaker. Anyway, peppermint bark. Let's hope it tastes like chocolate. We're gonna actually let this cool for a second, because I do not want my face to be boiled off. Meanwhile, I will show the next one that we have. Oh, and this one is caffeinated. Lovely. So this has 30 to 60 milligrams of caffeine, which is lovely. And the next one we have is a vanilla chai black tea. I'm gonna open it while I still wait for that to cool down so it does not melt my face off. Oh, I love me some chai. This is a brand I've never tried before. I usually purchase mine from the local market. Anyway, peppermint bark. Oh my heavens, that is still hot. I think I burned my lip. One moment while I get some ice. Oh, all right. There's ice in the cup. I have ice in my lip. Let's try this again, hopefully without getting burned. You taste nothing for a good 30 seconds before while you're drinking it, but as soon as you stop drinking it, about 30 seconds later, the peppermint hits you, which is a little... I'm going to put it in third, to last. You're disappointing. Anyway, let's move on to our second before last. The last one is special. Go on. Alright. We are back with our hot cup of water and vanilla chai. This one made it easy for me. They labeled where the tab was. A proper tea bag. And a delicious smell. Oh, that smells delightful. Alright. Let that steep for a while, and we'll be back when it's steeped. Alright, this tea has been brewed, a troublemaker has been rid of. Sorry, my daughter, youngest. She's a bit of a troublemaker, but so was I at her age. Can you blame me? Alright, we are going to try this tea two ways. We are first going to try it plainly. And then we're going to try it with milk, because quite a lot of people, I believe in this day and age, put milk in their chai. Thai? No, Thai is a country. Chai. To chai. I can now see why they would put tea in that. Or in milk in that, sorry. Going so scramble brained. Let me go grab the milk. One moment. It's a good thing we're using this milk, it's about to expire. I only had a tiny bit, not a lot. There's some cats running around now. I'm worried. I've never been good with cats. Alright. Try, but with milk. much more pleasant. Better than these two, but not as good as that herbal sampler with the honey vanilla chamomile. And I believe this comes to our last one. Let me go grab it, shall I? A friend while I was shopping recommended this to me the other day, and so I will be trying it and figuring out how to use it, as I've never used this before. It is another chai, because I enjoy chai. I don't care, I need to know. Alright, we're going to do it 1 part concentrate with 1 part your choice of milk. Heat on stovetop or in microwave. What is a microwave? Oh, that's the BB thing, yes. Should be fine. Microwave? How do I know what? Anyway, we'll do about half the cup. Just to the frog's head. And let me finish making this and I will be right back. Alright, it's in the microwave. We clear our little stuff here, except for those, obviously, and my darling wine. I'll be right back again. Cleansing my palate beforehand. And there's just enough for another palate cleanser, if needed. You know, never understood why I, of all people, became queen. I like wine. That's about it. Oh, and yes, blood from the gods. Whatever. Oh well. This is our ranking, unless that turns out to be somewhere in the middle. This is our ranking. We have the cherry fruit tea sampler. We have blackberry sage in second to last. We have peppermint bark. And then we have the holiday blend. Rubios fruit tea, the mad blend. Forgot to specify that one. Guess why? It has a cat on the front. It's from that book. Vanilla chai, and my favorite at the moment, the herbal tea sampler in honey vanilla chamomile. Boy, does that modern electronic take a long time to heat up some milk. I would pick up a cat and show you because they are running around over here, but I do not want to get the gown dirty. It took me a long time to hand wash. In reality, a long time for someone else to hand wash. I don't have the time to wash this. There it is. I shall be right back. Alright, we are back. Alright, we are back with the chai concoction. It did overflow in the box microwave, was it? I don't remember. At first glance it did not look appetizing and it was way too hot to even put my hand on. So I did add some ice. And here we are. The boxed chai. Nope. Nope. Not even on the list. No. Terrible. One moment. That might have been worse than the cherry. It tasted like burning eggs. It might be because I probably microwaved it for too long. I don't know how to use those things. Anyway. Sorry, this is very unladylike, but that... Oh. Well, this is our final lineup. Whatever concoction that was is not on the list because it was terrible. Here they are. Now please get out of the house before I actually have to call a guard from my kingdom to come over and deal with you. Please. I don't want to do that. Ouch!